Welcome to this Skyrim VR comparison video, where I'm going to take you over the differences of playing on a PS4 and the PS4 Pro. And before I dig in, I would like you to all think that from the start, while you're looking at this video on a flat screen that could be anywhere from a mobile phone size to large TV size, that when you're in a PSVR headset, what you see is a true-to-life scale objects. So what may appear as a tiny difference in this video is not the best representation of what that difference actually is in-game. Let's start with effects, as this is normally one of the areas where more obvious differences between the two consoles can be seen. But here it seems that Bethesda has managed to keep things even, with all of the same lighting, weather and special effects being present on both systems, so good news for owners of the original PS4. Pretty much the same can be said of scenery pop-in that happens on both systems. Occasionally you can notice that the draw distance is a little further away on the Pro, and that higher detailed models appear sooner on the Pro, but the difference is so tiny that measuring it would be impractical. The big difference is in the overall rendering resolution on the Pro, where everything is just that bit more sharper, to the extent that the original PS4, most things seem to have slightly blurred edges and textures in comparison. This may not be immediately noticeable here due to recording techniques and video compression, so let's show you somewhere where that difference is more obvious. Open the menus and the more jagged edges of the user interface and its text are plain to see, even from the social screen that is captured here. Let's be clear though, the text and legibility of the text on both systems is absolutely fine and absolutely readable. With the sheer scale, depth and breadth of scenery that is present in Skyrim, the type of location has a bearing on how that difference in native resolution can affect the overall scene. For example, in more enclosed spaces, this has far less impact than that of larger open areas. To illustrate, look at the detail on these steps. Okay, let me zoom that in and pause that for you. And please remember that in a headset, those steps are life-size. That is about all the difference there is between the PS4 and the Pro, and this may seem somewhat insignificant to most, and have a minimal impact on the immense feeling of immersion that is felt with both consoles. And that is a real testament to what Bethesda has achieved here. But the real difference that touch of extra clarity gives, in my case at least, is the amount of time that it felt comfortable to play. After just a 2-hour session on the original PS4, I was starting to feel a little worn out, whereas I've quite happily wandered from quest to quest for nearly 6 hours, with only a quick break while playing on the Pro. So in the end, with a game as large as this, it may come down to how comfortable you feel and how much game time you have for individual sessions. So, if you are planning on spending longer hours in Skyrim, but it's feeling a bit tiring, you may want to look at a Pro for extra comfort as a primary reason, rather than one of simple higher graphical fidelity.